What's up, y'all? Fort Worth Fabian, man. We are back with TikTok facts that will leave you speechless, man. Let's go ahead and hop into the video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know y'all's thoughts on this in the comment section down below. Let's go.
Shower thoughts that might melt your brain, part 7. Water is never truly yours. It's just your turn to drink it. Things were not better
What's that
when
mean,
we were
bro?
kids.
What's
we
that
just
mean?
didn't notice the bad around us. Someone who says I'll be there in 3 minutes when we were
He said water's truly not yours. It's just your turn to drink it. So when I digest this glass of water or this bottle of water I drink, and then I, relieve myself, I go take a leak. You're telling me that after I consume this water, it's not mine. Like, break that down a little bit further. What are you trying to get at, bro? Like, that make no sense, brother.
It's never truly yours. It's just your turn to drink it. Things were not better when we were kids. We just didn't notice the bad around us. Someone who says I'll be there in 3
this
minutes
generation's
will probably
cooked.
be quicker than someone who says I'll be there in a minute. Most people probably apologize unnecessarily more often be quicker than someone who says the bad around us. Someone who says I'll be there in 3 minutes will probably be quicker than someone who says I'll be there in a minute. Most people probably apologize unnecessarily more often than they apologize when it's necessary. There are so many animals to pick and make candies that are based on them, but worms are actually a strange choice.
Facts about your favorite celebrities. Part 1, Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler has had 2 double platinum albums, and one of them was nominated for a Grammy. His first big Hollywood job was a role in The Bill Cosby Show when he was 18 years old. His highest earning movie was Hotel Transylvania 2. It made over $470 million in 2015. And speaking of his movies, Adam Sandler almost played Rocket Raccoon in the Guardians of the Galaxy. And in 1995, Adam Sandler was fired from SNL for mooning people and prank calling. But it all worked out for him.
This man took a
Yeah, it definitely worked out for him. Dang. I didn't know he was acting that young. Since 18, he was on the Cosbys. Well, dang. And his highest grossing film is an animated movie. Who would have thought? Who would have thought, man? Out of the Happy Gilmores and all that, what dang? The Big Daddies, man.
photo every day from age 12.
Bruh looks the exact same.
Blood curdle.
You telling me she died from swallowing her gum? I used to do that as a kid, but I thought it was digesting perfectly fine. She had clumps of gum in her stomach lining. Okay.
Facts that you
R.I.P.
wish
to her.
you never knew. Part 22. In the 18th century, you could bring your cat or dog to the London Zoo and actually pay your admission by feeding it to the lions. Bus seats are specifically designed so you can't tell how dirty they really are. When an octopus reproduces, it removes its penis and throws it at the female so she can impregnate.
I'm still stuck on the feeding your pets to a lion story. So I'm wondering, what they have that on display? They allow the audience to see it, or is that just the fee? And then that's the lion's dinner later on. That is crazy work, man.
Bus seats are specifically designed so you can't tell how dirty they really are.
Yeah,
when
I've
an
seen
octopus
this.
reproduces, it removes its penis and throws it at the female so she can impregnate herself, and then he grows back another one. Oysters are actually alive when they're served. They don't die until you eat them. In Australia, there's a plant called the gimbi gimbi, which has such a severe sting that when horses brush up against it, they actually throw themselves off a cliff because they would rather die than experience the pain. Live chat support agents can see what you type before they send it so they can reply quicker. Spider rain, yes, you heard me right, is a real and naturally occurring phenomenon.
Spider rain? Is that what he just said?
These are some scary facts about space, part 1. If you are trying to live in space for a year, you better have the biggest supply of water, because if you don't, you have to drink up to 730 liters of your recycled sweat and urine just to survive, because water is very scarce in space. I'm gonna give it to you straight, black holes are terrifying as they are, but what if I told you that the biggest black hole that has ever been discovered in space weighs 40 billion times the mass of the sun? Imagine getting sucked into that black hole. If you have been in orbit in space for 30 days or more, chunks of your sucked into the
Have they really? I haven't really done thorough research on black holes and like whether they completely disintegrate your body or whatever, any solidified object that enters through, because you know, space in general scary. The depths of the ocean scary. Black holes terrifying. Especially if they take you to alternate dimensions or they take you, you know, to other galaxies. Who knows what happens once you go through a black hole? But one that's the size or like extremely larger than the sun is crazy.
That black hole. If you have been in orbit in space for 30 days or more, chunks of your feet will begin to fall off while you are in orbit. That is terrifying. This is pretty terrifying, as it says in the Big Rip theory, which I don't necessarily believe, but it says that this dark energy will eventually, in about 1 billion years, make the Earth explode. We've barely even cracked the surface of research for space, so who's to say that aliens aren't real as well?
Facts that might ruin your childhood. Most of your favorite animal actors are probably dead. Roald Dahl, the famous author of books like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and James and the Giant Peach, was actually really racist. He was known to be very hateful towards Jewish people. In reality, Pocahontas was 10 and John Smith was 28 years old when they met. And if the movie Finding Nemo was scientifically accurate, then Nemo's dad would have become a female after his mom died and mated with his son.
What?
Facts that you will regret learning
Guess what
about
happens?
part 3. You know when you look at a clock and the second clock hand seems to freeze for a moment? Your brain actually generates a force.
Nah, this video had we're only halfway through. This video got way too many facts that are making me just ponder, question. So that specific breed of fish that Nemo is, they're able to change sexes is what they're getting at. Hey, don't let your kids know about this.
Memory, and your perception of time stretches a bit backward. There are 200 times more microorganisms on your skin than there are people on Earth. So if you ever feel lonely, just remember that you are not. The first AI that will become conscious could just pretend that it's not. Why would a being capable of thought follow orders, especially when it's smarter than we are?
This is what Apple glasses are going to look like. Some reports have said that they could be released as early as this year. It is believed that you won't need prescription lenses, as apparently they will automatically adjust to different people's eyesight. There hasn't been any reports on its potential price, but still comment if you would get these.
506
The eyeglasses.
Snake venom has evolved to be effective in many different ways. Among the most effective is a Russell's Viper that hypercoagulates blood. So when you get bit by one of these guys, this is what your veins look like. Number 4. This is the Indiana Bell building. In 1930, it needed to be moved to create a bigger headquarters for Bell. So over the course of a month, it was moved 15 inches every hour until it was rotated. Meanwhile, over 600 employees continued to work inside, stating they didn't feel any movement. Buildings are still moved today, but not with people in them because that's extremely
15 inches every hour is crazy.
Or barrier of frustration. With something in between two dogs, it can make even the friendliest of dogs display extremely aggressive behavior. Though it seems that they're mad at each other, they're actually mad that they can't communicate correctly. Number 2. This is what a single sperm being selected to fertilize an egg looks like. Usually they help people with low sperm or egg quality. The cool thing about this is, one day, this person will be able to watch their conception, something that would be extremely awkward for the rest of us. And number 1, if some enemies feel threatened or unhappy in their location, they can quite literally just get up and leave.
Here's 3 times drinking water before bed. This could make your body want to pee at night, which could ruin your quality of sleep.
Oh my God. It's the end of the world. Man, I drink bottles and gallons upon gallons before I go to sleep, man. What are y'all talking about? It's going to ruin your quality of sleep. Oh no.
Number 3, when you're eating spicy foods. Believe it or not, but drinking water can actually make spicy foods more spicy.
Do you ever wonder why certain people just pace around while they're talking on the phone? Well, I do, because I'm a total phone pacer and I need to know why I can't not pace while I'm on the phone. Turns out science says it's completely normal. Because listen, when you talk to people for so long over time, your brain starts to connect like certain elements such as gestures and vocal tone and emotions. And when you talk on the phone, that physical feedback that you get when you're talking to someone in person isn't available. So your brain is basically trying to just fill in the missing pieces, which is why you feel the need to move or move your hands or walk around while you're on the phone, you know? In conclusion, pacing while on the phone is an involuntary physiological reaction that comes from years of social conditioning. Which is great news because it means I'm not a total and utter complete psychopath. Are you?
Morbid Facts, Part 157. When Bono was 14, his mother suffered an aneurysm at her own father's funeral and later died. Bono said the grief in his heart at the time was a big part of why he turned to music. A German shepherd named Tommy attends Mass every day at his local church in Italy. This is because his owner had her funeral there and he hopes that one day she will return.
That's crazy though. The first story about Bono, his mom died at her dad's funeral, or basically had an aneurysm to later on die. I wonder how, like, statistics on that, how many people die at funerals. Cause that's crazy.
Australian vegan Maria Stridham wanted to prove that vegans can do anything by climbing Mount Everest. Sadly, she died while descending as a result of severe altitude sickness. In 1929, two scientists at Princeton University successfully turned a live cat into a telephone. They connected its auditory nerve to a transmitter, and when one researcher spoke through the cat's ear, the other could hear it through the receiver. The experiment was viewed as groundbreaking and led to the invention of cochlear implants.
Did the cat
These
die?
are some psychology tricks that will work on almost anybody. Part 1. If you ever find yourself in the situation that someone is looking at you or stalking you, just yawn and make sure that person sees that you are yawning. Now after you yawn, turn around and look at that person, and if they start yawning too, that's how you know that they were looking at you, because yawns are contagious. If you are with a group of people and you run into somebody that has either bullied you or you know is going to be aggressive towards you, then sit next to them. Now, I know that may sound stupid, but it's true. You see, from a further distance, it's easier to take on aggression, but when you're right up close, it's super awkward. You have to tilt your head, you have to look at that person straight in the eyes, and you're around a ton of people that you don't really want to act weird in front of.
Makes sense. Makes sense. These are some weird facts, man. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on these in the comment section down below, man. Check out the TikTok playlist. I got several reactions to different content along these lines. So peace, love, prosperity. God bless. We'll see you on the next video.